Hello, my name's Igoe. I'm here with my fishing buddy and shrimping partner, Lee Cave. We're going to be talking to you today about baiting for shrimp. As you can see, there's a lot of equipment that's involved in shrimp baiting, and we're going to be going over every piece of this equipment to show you its function and what all we use it for. The cast nets, the bait, the pole, the cooler. We'll even show you some of the shrimp that we caught last night. And here to tell us about the different kinds of nets we're going to be using is Lee Cave.
Well, there's several different types of nets. This is a 4-foot net, this is a 6-foot net, and this is a 7-foot net. Now it just depends on your personal preferences to which net you want to use. A smaller net is a little easier to throw, a larger net covers a little more territory. Now when you're shrimp baiting, the bait is about the size of a bucket. So it's pretty easy to hit it with a smaller net. When you get in situations where the wind is up and the water's deep, sometimes this larger net will make the difference between hitting the bait and missing the bait. Now a cast net is basically circular, this horn being the center of the circle. Along the bottom is what we call a lead line. This one has a piece of poly, and it's got lead weights all around the perimeter of the circle. That helps it to expand into a circle when you throw it. Inside of the net, we have what we call a tuck. Now these tucks run all the way up to the hand line. And the way the net works is that when it's thrown, the hand line is pulled in and the net will tuck up from the bottom, closing the circle in and capturing what's inside. Now this net, the mesh on this net is 3/8 of an inch. And that's about all you need. You wouldn't want anything smaller than that, because it catches everything, even the smallest of shrimp. Some folks like a larger mesh when the shrimp get bigger later in the season. The hand line on this net is a piece of poly, and it's about 15 feet long. You need to have enough line so that when you throw the net, it can get a good ways away from you and you have plenty of slack so as not to tuck the net too early. The hand line is used to tuck the net after it's thrown. The hand line is pulled in and coiled, and the net picked up, and then the shrimp are dumped in a bucket.
The lights that we use are two different kinds. We have the incandescent 12-volt bulb. We also have a halogen light that does real well for lighting the poles up. It will shine on the reflector tape that's supposed to be at the top of your pole, which we have a pole right here we'll show you. It's got the permit from the wildlife, the Natural Resource Department, and above it and below it, it has white reflector tape. This is so you don't lose your poles in the dark when you're shrimping at night. These poles are generally 14 feet long so that you can shrimp in deeper water. About 10 feet of water is about all I like to shrimp in because the net travels too much in the current if you get any deeper than that.
Okay, we're going to show you how to mix your bait for bait shrimping. Bait is a mixture of silica clay and fish meal, and it's about a 50-50 mixture. We take silica clay that you can buy at most feed stores, about half clay and half fish meal. And put those in the bucket dry so you can mix them dry. And we stir that up until we get a good consistency where everything is uniformly mixed. And once that is done, we want to add some water to it. Now you have to be careful how much water you add. If you add too much, it gets too thin and it won't stick together. You need a good consistency to where it'll hold together firmly so that the tide won't wash it away.
And there they are. There's a couple in there. The sun's starting to work its way down now, so I think we're going to start seeing a little increase in the yield here.
Notice that basket. It's a laundry basket sat down inside of a wash tub. That way you can pick that laundry basket up and it leaves all the water down in the wash tub. You can just dump the water out and dump the shrimp into your cooler.
Here we go. We're getting some more shrimp now, Lee. And these are nice sized shrimp here. These are about 6-7 inch long shrimp. And very big around and meaty. There you go. Take a look.
That's some nice shrimp.